Morning YouTubers, welcome back to Allotment Diggers. Well, today we're going to be doing a bit of maintenance on a small shed at the bottom of the allotments where the chickens are. It needs a lick of paint, a few nails banging in it, and we're going to stick a nest box on it as well. So you're going to be seeing that coming up in a bit, and also we're going to be doing 4 potato reveals because I've got 20 buckets of spuds and we need to get rid of some, and if we've got enough time I'm going to show you what we're doing with this all this compost from the bucket, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, so like I said, we're going to slap some lipstick on a pig now. We've got a little 6x4 shed at the bottom of the allotments right next to the chicken pen. What we're going to do, we're going to give it a lick of paint, bang a few nails in where all the wood's popped out. Going to bang a few nails in, and we're going to stick a little nest box on there for the robins. So I'm going to show you that now. I'll be right back after that. Okay guys, what we're going to do, we're going to give this monstrosity, this little shed, a bit of a lick of paint. It looks really bad, but you know, it's we need a few nails in it here and there. But first things first, I might as well just paint it, just paint what I can, make it look a bit nicer, because I'm going to be putting nest boxes in strategic places on this. So the nest boxes are cedar red. So if I paint this thing cedar red, it's all going to match, so that's what we're doing. So I've got my paintbrush. I'm just going to make sure the camera's on. And yeah, we're going to give it a lick of paint. Like I say, I always use big brushes. This shed's about 15 years old. All it is, it just holds a couple of wheelbarrows and some pots really. It doesn't own out anything of value. In fact, none of the sheds own out of value. But it's alright. I like to put my things what I use, like the bedding for the chickens, I stick in here, so I can just don't have to go traipsing up and down the bloody allotments for them. Like I say, we're right next to chickens, as you can probably hear them all watching me here. Right, just put the camera down here a little bit more so you can see me doing this last bit. You can probably see it all over the floor there. Like I said, I'm just rushing to get it all done. I'm probably blocking it out here. Right, so I'm going to change position. I'll show you it when I've done this side. This side now. Need to bring my hammer on just to knock a few of these. They've started to bow out, so I'll put a few nails in here and we'll push them back. Don't forget to go underneath them as well. Go underneath here. There we go. Just this bit here on the front we need to do now. Look at this gap here, I'm going to have to fix this as well. So that's what we're doing there as well, and hang the board back over. Got a few nails here. I'm just going to nail this piece of wood back to the frame. The only trouble is, like I say, it's a very old timber, and I'm dealing with forces here which absolutely you get a few nails in. easier. This is the great. I think I've got enough nails. I just stuck a little nest box on the shed there. It's going to be where it is. You might think it's a stupid place to put it, but believe me, nobody. I don't go in this shed. Very rarely I go in it. There's a couple of wheelbarrows in there and a few bits and bobs. And what I will be doing is going in there to clear it out in the next fortnight. And I'm going to be putting a load of pots in there, but if birds start to nest there in the next month, it won't get disturbed. But yeah, I just thought I'd put that nest box there. We've got another one to stick up, so I'm not decided where I'm going to put that yet. But probably put it in the middle of the plot, out of the way. Got a couple of quiet places to put them, and that's where I'm going to put them. But yeah, that's for the robins, that one. So there's the shed all painted. Just quickly come round here. I've got to be careful how I'm stepping here. This is the door. We just need to take care of this here. We need to lift this up. I'm going to do this sometime in the week. There's the nest box for the robins if they decide to come in. So I've just got to push all this lot back up here now. Okay, so there you go, it's all painted. We knocked a few nails in there just to put the trim back on. Put a nest box on there. It's about 1.5 meters high. That's probably the optimal height that robins like to nest. And it's very quiet down the back there. We don't normally go down into that shed. And if we see birds starting to nest there, we'll give it a wide berth. And hopefully I'll be able to set a camera up and do a bit of videoing. However, just one small problem. We've got to hope that something actually nests in it. So fingers crossed with that one. Anyway, we've got 4 potato reveals to show you. It will take a bit of time to do these because we're going to be doing from start to finish. So there's no skullduggery, bit of cheating going on. So I'll show you from start to finish on each one. And we've got some really nice potato reveals. There's one what's not so good, but the others are really good. So going to show you this now. We did these I think it was a couple of days ago we did the spud reveal. Okay guys, time for a reveal. Got a bag here to put the spuds in. Got the scales, got the tub. We're going to do these kestrel now. We'll tip them out. Now I've not done these I've still got about 15 buckets or so left, but I'm going to flip them out and see what we got. Just realised something. I've not got my glove. I'll just put my gloves on. Then we can see what we've got here. We've had so much with the spuds that we've had have been so good. Basically, we've just not been able to use them all. So what we're going to do now, and have a look at these, see what we got. Nice potatoes these. Like I say, they stored perfectly well in the ground since last year. And they're looking pretty handy. That's the one I was showing you when we was having a look at them. Would have left them in any longer, they would have started to go to seed. So, you know, a few smaller ones there. Make sure you get all these out, because you leave them in and you know what you're going to get, don't you? Another bloody spud. I just sure I saw one then. Yeah, tiny ones. Yeah, they're good spuds, these. Kestrel. I put them in on the, when was it? Can't remember when it was now. The 17th, St Patrick's Day I put them in last year. And they've stood in the buckets ever since. Like I said, just getting all the small spuds. That's what I need to get out. Okay, let's quick look over here. See if we've got anything here. No, that's it. So they're the spuds we've got. So there's quite a few there actually. What we need now is take the gloves off. The only trouble when I'm doing these spuds, I get out a bloody breath. It's the bending down. So need a bag. We'll put these in here. See what we end up, and there's no scab or anything on them, so they really are good spuds. These, I just can't believe they've stored so well in the ground. I should say in the buckets. Let's get it right. Bloody snail. Right. So then. Oh. Going to set the scale, set them to pounds. We do everything in pounds here. Right, we're going to stick that on. We'll lift it up, and then we'll bring the camera up to suit. So here we go. I don't know if you can see that. Just over £8. £8.1, £8.2. £8.2. So £8.2 a kestrel, and this is the reason why we've still got so many buckets of spuds in the shed, because we're getting like £6 and £8, and we've had up to £16 out of one bucket, so it's absolutely crazy. But yeah, that bucket there, what we've just done now, we've got several more like that to do. Oh, hang on, let's put the camera back down on them. Yeah, so we've got, there's that label. That's what they are. Sunday dinner, folks, Sunday dinner. Okay guys, I'm just doing one more bag of spuds. I'm absolutely exhausted. I've done a couple of bags here at the moment, and oh god, it's hard work. What are these? We're doing Duke York, guys, so let's tip them out. Right, well, it's looking good here so far. Not very big. Oh, better. Much better. Now these have been lying in the ground since, when did we take the tops, take them out? Around about, I think it was September. So they've been in the ground all that long, so you know, they're not too bad actually. I'm absolutely whacked out doing these. Obviously making sure we get all these things out here, otherwise I'm going to be in serious trouble in my raised beds. I think we got a lot. Oh, hang on, there's another one. With them being red, they're a nightmare to spot. There's another one, and another. I've got them in there too. I'm not bothering weighing them. Oh, hang on, I swore I saw another one then. There we go. Okay. Whew. Bloody hell. Sorry about swearing. I would have left them a couple of weeks as well. I reckon they would have been better. Every one of them, I should have left them longer. We put a lot in too late, and we took them out too soon because of blight. But they've stood well, these. I mean, get these scales. They've stood well in the ground. I mean, clean that up, and these. I mean, it's just dirt that. But, yeah. Alright then. Give them a wash when they get in. Can't do it here. Turn the bloody water off, haven't I? Well, you had to turn the water off because of a leak. The leak's been fixed now, but we've left the water off because of the temperatures. It's like minus 4 or 5 all the time at the night time. So all it does is freeze the pipes. I bet there's about 4.5–5 pound in there. So we're going to set the scales. Come on. Set them to pounds. I'm going to lift it up. Oh, they're over 5. And I'm going to bring the scales to you so you can see there's no dodgy stuff going on here. £6, almost £6.3 normal, £6.2.5, but it's £6.3, call it, since I chucked them 2 tiny ones away. So that's Dukey out. So we've had a couple of decent bags of spuds there. There's no point doing any more, we're never going to eat all that many. So yeah, we've got them, and we've got these here. We've got the Kestrel. Forget what they weighed now, let's just quickly weigh them. I know what you're saying, take it out, you can't weigh that as well. That one weighed over £8, as you can see. That's the bag, so that's the other bag. So I've done a couple of bags today. So 2 nice bags of spuds. We'll go and take them up the top up there, and then we'll come back and we'll put the rest of this this compost into the bed what I'm been topping up. So I'll be right back, folks. Guys, what I'm going to do, I'm doing 2 more buckets. I'm doing some Swift and I'm doing some Maris Piper. Now we've already done 2 buckets. We've got we've done some Kestrel and Duke of York. The Kestrel's about £8, the Duke of York's about £6. So I'm going to do the Swift, see what we end up with the Swift. So I'm going to, obviously, there's the scales and what have you. I do need my gloves. Make sure I've got the bloody camera turned on. That's my fatal mistake. Before I do anything, I always have the camera turned bloody off. Well, something goes wrong, but not today, I hope. I've got no idea what they're going to be like. It'll probably be about £3 of these, I would imagine. I know these was one of the ones which we took out very too soon, to be quite honest with you. So I'm expecting not a very good crop of these. Should be a lot of small potatoes, but that's about it. Yeah, so get me my bucket where I threw all the rubbish in. Yeah, these are what I expected from this particular bucket. Small potatoes. Oh dear. I mean, they've done okay. They've for the time that they've been in the ground, they've done exceptionally well. Pretty clean potatoes. Like I said, they've been in the ground, lay there since we took the tops off them in September. Oh, an hole in that one. Actually, we've got an hole in 2 of them. Look at that. Obviously, we can't weigh them, so that's going to reduce the weight. Making sure. I bet I could have left these in the bucket. They would have grown again. But we ain't doing that. Now, I knew I was going to end up with a really crappy spuds, because what we did with the tops when we took them off, and yeah, I think we found one of them buckets which I was telling you about have not been, what weren't going to do any good. But as the experiment, we will be weighing them. Just to take a record. Might have them with some fish. Almost new ball potatoes. Or new potatoes. Well, they are new. Fresh out the ground. The arm's in the way there, isn't it? Bloody hell. Yeah, this is one of them bad ones. Right, can't see any more. That's bloody stone there. Right, we're going to weigh them because I need to keep a record to know what's done well and what hasn't done well. Clearly, these they are now Swift have not done at all well. So get the scales out. They should have had at least 5 more weeks, these spuds. 5 more weeks at the minimum. We took them out too early, we planted them too late, and all because of blight on the top of them. Right, so we're just going to set it up now to pounds. And there we go. Well, it ain't the worst of the weights. Don't know if you can see that, 1.6. My worst weight's 1.5, so that's just a little bit bigger. And I say it's we took them out 5 weeks early, so that's not too bad. I'm quite happy with that small bag there. Right, let's throw the other bag in. Give me a second. I'm not going to mess about with the taking the compost out. There's the compost there. I'm going to just chuck the other bucket into it. Just make sure I get all these weeds out. Make sure there's nothing else in there. Yep. Right. Let's go and grab this other bucket. These are the ones that went the full term, so they should be, well, nearly full term. Again, we have to take the tops off them. These are Maris Piper. So, oh, these are better, a bit better anyway. I've got this camera turned on. Hang on, get it in the centre. Yeah, these are much better. Not as good as what I would have liked. What? The ground's this soil's pretty damp. Yeah, they could have done, like I say, we would have left them to full term. These smaller spuds would have been a hell of a lot bigger. They would have been about that size, but we left them. We took them out too soon. We had no choice really because of the blight. Everyone else's potatoes all failed, so you know, I got away with it really. Most of this soil off here. Hard work this. I think this will be the last one today. I said that 2 buckets ago, but I had a little bit of a space. I'm just putting all this compost into one of the raised beds on the front of the plot, just covering all the horse manure, and just needed a bit more compost, so I thought, yeah, we're getting here, and do one more. This should cover it. Yeah, I've got to be careful. I should have took the soil out because I'm getting deep, pushing these deeper in the ground, these smaller spuds. I've got to go through it rigorously. I don't know. There's a few pound of spuds in there. It's not a bad weight. Obviously, we're going to be cleaning when we come to where we'll get a bit more of that dirt off, I would imagine. My back is absolutely wrecking bent over there. Right. what we need, the bag. Did have a bag, there we go. So we got a bag. Right. Let's get some of the bloody tissue. Take as much of this soil off as possible. Bad spud. Once they wash, they'll look really good, these. Obviously we can't do it at the moment, but the water's off. That's the first sign of scab, a little bit of scab there, that's not too bad. That'll cut out. I'm just looking at all these small spuds here and thinking to myself, if I just would have left them a couple more week, these things would have been really with some weight. They may have even beat me best this year if I could have left them that little bit longer. I don't want to take some going to beat that, I tell you. £16 free. Nearly my best of all time, that out of a 30 litre bucket. All these potatoes have been grown in a combination of Murphy's compost and my own compost out of the compost bin. I can't be, I'm not going to weigh them, okay. Chuck them in there, it's too much faffing about. Never going to eat them. Okay, get me back straight. I've been let over this bucket for the last 20 minutes. Doing 4 buckets of bloody spuds. So my worst weight is £1.6. £1.6. Obviously. Right. So now let's set the scales to 0. Come on, turn on your buggers. Oh, I thought they weren't going to turn on then. Set them to pounds, so they're all set on 0. Get the bag on it. We'll lift it up to suit. No, it's not bad weight that. I don't know if you can see that. £6.8. Oh, hang on, no it ain't. It's £6. It's £6.2 by that. Let's have another go at that. Reset the scales. Oh, it ain't. It's £6.7.8. Start again. Put them scales back under it. My eyesight's. I need to get these goat Specsavers. Yeah, it's £6. I thought it was 6. I didn't see the 7. It just looked like 6. One, it's 6.75. Call it 6.8. £6.8 ounces, or £6.8. So that's not bad. Bad bag of Maris Piper. Maris Piper. There you go. So I got. Where's that £3 bag? 2. So there's my puny bag of Swift of £1.6. 6, call it 6.8. I've got another one up there around about 6, 8, and one over 7, so it's not too bad. I'll show you them all on the table when I finish putting this muck into the compost, into this raised bed. We actually threw a couple of spuds away, so you know, that might have been even bigger. That bag there might have been even bigger. Might have been about 1/8 that. But like I say, if you take the spuds out and they've only been growing in the ground for about 8 weeks, that's what this is the sort of thing you to expect. But yeah, the rest of them are okay. Right, up there we go. Go and put them with the rest of them. So there's the Duke York, the Kestrel, which was the heaviest, a Maris Piper, and yeah, the Swift, which well, that's what you expected from them actually. Pound 6. I suppose if we would have weighed the ones what we chucked away, we'd probably got £2, but you know, at the end of the day, we got £20 of spuds or more. There's over £6.5 out of 2 of them. There's almost £8 in another, and £1.5 in the other. You do the maths, you know, it's over £20 of spuds there for four 30 litre buckets of spuds. So in my eyes, that's the result. I'm quite happy with that. Okay, we're just spreading some of this spent potato compost over one of these back beds. We will do the other ones when we come to do another load of spuds. But yeah, we've put 3 barrels so far of them. Put about 90 litres. We're going to put another 30 litres out of one of these buckets onto this bed, and this bed we're covering. What we're doing, we're covering the horse and chicken manure, and hopefully the worms will come up come up even further in the soil, and they turn the rest of that horse manure to compost. That's the idea anyway. That's what we're trying to do. We've got to be careful though. We don't want to cover the put too much on, because I don't want to cover the tulips and daffodils that are coming up along the sides. So I'm being careful how I spread it. So I'm going to get the wheelbarrow and just finish it off now. Well, that's one bed covered in this this compost. Okay, so as you just saw there's some cracking weights: £8.2, £6.7, £6.2. Sadly, the Swift were coming out at £1.6, but as I was saying there in the video, there was only in the ground 7 or 8 weeks, and I didn't expect anything more than that basically. So yeah, we basically took them home that night, and we had them with some finny haddock and peas. They were lovely. I do like the Swift, but we could have kept them in the buckets a bit longer. We would have had some nice spuds there, I reckon. As you saw there, what we did with all the compost, we spread it into the raised bed at the side of the greenhouse. We will be doing it, and there's another 3 to do, so we're going to be spreading the muck in there as well. once we have, I think there's another 15 buckets to go. I won't be showing you too many more reveals, but basically the average weight, we're getting about £5 a bucket. If you, like, out of them 4 buckets there, if you took the average, it's just over £5. I know we had £8 too there, but for a 30 litre pot, I think £5 a pretty good target to get. We did have a couple, like I say, over 6. It was just that one what made the Swift, what made it look a bit naff really. But I'm quite happy to get them sort of weights out of the 30 litre buckets. Like I say, we used that Murphy's compost. We did use some of my own compost as well from the compost bins, and obviously we used some potato grow more as well, and a bit of that mycorrhizal fungi in a few of the buckets. So we've still got 15 more buckets to do, and all that spent compost will be spread over these beds behind me, just to cap the horse manure. Anyhow, that's it for this one. Like I said, it's a really long video and I don't want to drag it out any more than they have to. See you all in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.